Hi, ladies. It's Angie Nuttall with the VIP Center for Business Women. I am not able to be with you in person today, so I still want the show to go on, and I have some work for you to do in today's coaching clinic. All right. First of all, we have been talking about business development. We started a series last week on creative ideas, ways to develop business. And we got a chance to talk about the bottom line. Hey, what's working? What's not working? Well, today we're going to dive deeper into this and we're going to focus on a couple of things. We're going to get you to assess if you're doing some foundational things. Are you doing this? And if so, how well are you doing it? Once we do that, we're going to go into a brainstorming breakout to contemplate and play around with these ideas and questions that are on our worksheet. And then the last thing that I want to cover today has to do with your LinkedIn profile. So we need to get started on that. And I want you to start focusing on the upper third of your LinkedIn profile. So I'll give you some homework to do around that. All righty. Well, we're going to start with our first exercise here. And let me go ahead and share my screen for you. There we go. This is our worksheet. And you should have a copy of this in the calendar invite or the Google. You should have the Google link from Cart. If not, you can email him very quickly to get that for yourself. This is the same worksheet the live Google Doc that we used last week. I did add a header on it, so you may want to look at it. If you got the PDF version last week, you might want to look at the live document, or I'll have Cart update this. Or you can take a screenshot and have it on your screen as a reminder that you have homework to do. All right, first exercise today. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to break out into partners. All right, and so Amanda will put you into breakouts for this. And what you want to do is you want to really assess these, what I call foundational and core things that you need to be doing in order to develop business and to fully be in this. Business development should be a huge chunk of what you're doing. If you're not spending time on this, then you're not going to see the results. Sitting in your office and worrying about it and contemplating it and thinking about your plans is a lot different than actually getting out there and doing something on a consistent basis. So you are going to, first of all, you're going to rate yourself on all of these core business areas where business development is concerned. So you're going to look at this, clarify and find where your target audience is. Are you doing this? Are you looking for your target audience and refining that and reevaluating that? If you defined your target audience 3 years ago, let me tell you, sister, it's changed. So it's a good practice to continually do this. I want you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 on how much success you're having in this particular area. And you're welcome to jot down some ideas, thoughts, and comments. But what I'd really like for you to do is once you complete this assessment, talk with your partner and compare notes. All right. So there are quite a few things here. So we probably need to give you about 10 minutes to do this exercise. And then we will come back and Amanda will do a quick debrief for you. So Amanda, you can go ahead and hit the pause button now so that they can move into this exercise. Okay, welcome back. So our next move after Amanda does the debrief is to move on to discussion and ideas. So you're going to go back into your breakout room. Well, actually, we're going to create a different breakout room. This is going to be, depending on how many ladies are here, we ideally we would have more than two. I mean, if there's only partners available, you can do that, or you can split them into a couple of groups of at least three. Here's the goal of this breakout. We want to have some discussion and ideas. Now, I've put a few things down here for you to be thinking about. And first of all, you could do market research interviews. doing real video reels, outfit of the week, some kind of series online where you're getting on video. You can create a partnership to do a workshop. This is something that I mentioned last week, something that I'm actually helping one of our VIP partners do. But wouldn't it be great for you to find someone in our community that you could create some kind of synergy or partnership? Maybe you do a workshop together or a luncheon or an event. So what I want you to do in your breakout is discuss some of these ideas. And the best way to do that, you can even look at further down ideas and questions. So all of this section right here. Pull out one or two things that really stand out to you. You're like, that sounds interesting. I'd like to talk about that. And share that and brainstorm some things that you could do with a partner. While you're there, maybe you talk about what would it look like for us to partner on something. So this is kind of a fun exercise to do where you get to explore. There's no commitments at this point, but you're exploring and talking about what you could be doing, okay? So I'm going to give you another 10 minutes to have this discussion, and then Amanda will bring you back and debrief and find out what you all talked about, okay? So Amanda, you can press the pause button so that the ladies can go into the breakout and then come back and debrief. Okay, by now you should be well into the session and towards the end. So our final uh, activity that we're going to work on, this may be an activity that you do outside of our session today. So this is really like your homework, but I want to set the stage for this. So this is a big move. We want to maximize our LinkedIn profile, and we want to start with what I call your upper third. It's the first part of what people see whenever they look at your profile. It is extremely important to get this right. Notice I've got a specialized graphic here that has my websites on there and my signature, my branding, so that my branding is very clear and it's memorable. We do have workshops in our VIP library that tell you how to do this in Canva. And if we have enough interest, we can work on this again. And I'll check in with you when we come back together the next time. So here are some things that I want you to notice about your upper third. Branding is important. Good headshots are important, but also what you put in terms of this space, this word limited space. That means you can only put so many words in here before it cuts you off. And these are important words because they're also keywords for people to do searches on you. So you want your keywords to connect with potential clients who might be looking for your services, okay? So notice in mine, I've got author, speaker, business coach for entrepreneurial and corporate women, founder of the VIP Center for Business Women, faith-based CEO, executive leadership coach. These are all the things that I do. And as I look at this, I see that I need to shift some of these words around because you want your most important titles and descriptors to be first. You want them to go in order. And the last time that I updated this, I was publishing a book, and so I wanted author to be first. So you want to prioritize these titles, okay? Now, in order for us to do this exercise, if we have time in the workshop today to do it, that's great. Otherwise, this is your homework. I want you to do some reflection on, well, who are you? And I want you to think about 3 descriptive roles. You may even have more than that, but we need to narrow those down once we get the rest of the information here. And we're going to create those active titles for people to search you on. The next question is, well, who do you work with? Women who have gone through a divorce. For example, Sam Tishner, she is a relationship coach and divorce expert. So she would want to capture that in her title, divorce expert, divorce coach, relationship coach, those kinds of things. So you want to clarify this as part of this exercise. And then the third thing is to do what? Who do you work with to, and what do you do with them? You coach them. You like if you are an HR consultant, like Amanda is an HR compliance expert. I help them to through done for you services, advisory services, and HR consulting to ensure that you are compliant in all of your processes, your policies, and blah, blah, blah. So, of course, you're not going to put all of that in your title, but we want to do a reflective kind of work here. So, we want to get it all out so that we can start to put together the most impactful and meaningful keywords and titles that are going to be in your upper third. So the fourth thing, I didn't create a block here, or did I? Yeah, no, I left out a block. Sorry about that. But what is your focus? So identify what exactly your focus is. Are you focused on women's ministry? Are you focused on um, helping women to be beautiful through permanent cosmetics like Cecily Embry? So I've got some examples here to, just to try to write down what your focus is. This is probably more organized than you need to be for for number four. But then we want this other item, personality, driver, splash of proof, paragraph. And this is more of a creative. Some of you that are more data driven might struggle with this, but it is possible. You want to just create statements that are part of your personality. Don't worry, this is not going to be wasted work. We will take this information and integrate it down into the body of your LinkedIn profile. We're just going to be focused on the upper third. But I would love for you to work through this just so that you can get the full picture. So I've got some examples down here. And then you want to work on what's your call to action. Okay. So when we come back together next time, I would love for you to work through this and even take a crack at creating what the titles and descriptors need to be for your upper third. All right. If you have time today, you can go ahead and do this as an exercise, taking just about 5 minutes to jot down some thoughts and then debrief, and then we'll be done for the day. All right, ladies, hope you have a fantastic rest of the day, and I will see you next week.